Hello everybody, Hassan here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about Bitcoin being legalized potentially in several countries such as Paraguay, Iran, and even an African country that people don't are not aware about. So before we do that, guys, please like this video, smash that like button, really helps this channel, helps this community. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please subscribe. The subscription number matters, guys, when it comes to YouTube algorithms. You guys know how it works. Really, if you like this video, if you subscribe, if you hit that notification bell, our videos can really spread out to many other people. And this is the mission of this channel, so we're raise awareness of technologies that are going to disrupt people's lives for the better, and we want other people to have an opportunity to invest in some of these companies, some of these technologies, some of these assets. Now, in today's video, guys, I want to talk about Bitcoin here. This is an article of yesterday. It was published on Daily Token Economics, but other media outlets also picked that up. And it's basically titled as Bitcoin Adoption in Paraguay Next Month. Right. So we know, just as a let's just step back for a second here. We know that El Salvador, a couple of weeks ago, they announced that they are making Bitcoin as legal tender. We covered this in our channel as well. Check that video out. The president of that country basically came out and stated that through a video in the Bitcoin Miami 2021 conference, and eventually within like 48 hours, really, it really passed their government's Congress, whatever you want to call it, and now Bitcoin is illegal in El Salvador. You can pay your taxes, you can pay merchants, you can pay consumers by and with Bitcoin. Now, Paraguay, and this is what we suspected as well, other countries, not just in South America, but around the world, would look at this very carefully, very closely, and would jump at the opportunity. And that's exactly what we're seeing here with Paraguay. We've seen it literally that same day on Twitter and on other social media platforms. Many of the politicians from different countries, including Paraguay, Argentina, Brazil, we even saw Panama. We saw some other countries like Iran, some tweets from different politicians around the world tweeting and supporting the Bitcoin movement. And basically, was just published yesterday. And Bitcoin looks like it's going to be potentially legislated in Paraguay. Obviously, Paraguay is a country of about 7 to 8 million people. And this, you can see the Congressman Regela Hellman has previously hinted that there is a project involving Bitcoin and PayPal, right? And Regela plans to legislate Bitcoin and attract international Bitcoin mining firms and other cryptocurrency firms to start businesses in Paraguay, right? And you're looking at this as an example of like a business there that accepts crypto and so on. And what you also see in this article is that 80% of the company customers age between 18 to 25, and 60% of the country population are under 30 years old, guys. So again, this country is looking into venturing into not just Bitcoin but crypto in general, but focusing on Bitcoin. There's a reason why, right? The country population, 60% of them are under 30 years old, guys. This is a very young population. People want better ways of transacting. They want a better life. Everyone wants better lives for not just themselves, but for their family, for their friends, and ultimately for their communities. And this is exactly what we're seeing from this country. What they want, what these politicians want, they want to bring in different companies related to cryptocurrencies, whether that's Bitcoin mining firm, or whether that's even other cryptocurrency firm mining organizations, or even like a company, like a huge company like PayPal, where they can sort of introduce their services, whether that's their mobile or their app, and really integrate that into their citizens' wallets, right, and their citizen smartphones. And that's just positive. That's what you want to see in this space, guys. This is what I always envision Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to be, and to enter into certain nations around the world, especially nations that are less developed. Paraguay is definitely not a first world country, and this will definitely help them. So another article here I wanted to take a look at: Iran here looking to legalize crypto as soon as possible, says the president, guys. This is the president of Iran, right? Iran is a big country, guys. They have over 80 million citizens, guys. 80 million citizens, right? And the president Hassan Rouhani has suggested that they want to legalize crypto as soon as possible, stating in a meeting in the government economic coordination board. For legalizing the activity of cryptocurrencies, protecting people's capital in this area, we must think of a solution as soon as possible and lay down and communicate the necessary laws and instructions. Now, obviously, a lot of people are not a big fan of this because, when you talk about laws, you talk about restrictions, you talk about regulations. Does, always, do you really want to trust certain governments, certain authorities to have control over some of these assets? But the point I'm trying to make here is that governments around the world are looking seriously into this. It's not just for fun now. There are many discussions that are being held behind closed doors. Politicians are really talking to each others, whether that's in Paraguay, whether that's in Iran, or even in a country like Tanzania, guys. This country has a lot of people, man. This country has over 60 million people. This is in Africa, obviously not a first world country, and they are set to join the long list of nations gearing for a crypto adoption. Now, the president here actually calls central bank. It calls central bank to prepare for use of cryptocurrencies. We have the witness emergence of new journeys through the internet. My call to the central bank is to start working on that development. Okay, and this announcement was made on June 14th, so a week ago. And basically, this is the president saying, hey, we need to look into this. We need to see the opportunities. We cannot just let that to be controlled and dealt with other people around the world. We need to be the front leaders of this. And a country like Tanzania that has over 60 million people, and a lot of people don't have bank accounts. A lot of people are obviously in the lower income spectrum if you compare it with the rest of the world. And that's not just the case for Tanzania, guys. Other countries like Paraguay, even Iran, you have many people that don't have bank accounts, many people that are really living, not forget about pay to paycheck by paycheck. They don't even have a paycheck, right? For you to have a paycheck, technically you need to have a bank, right? They don't even have bank accounts, right? And these citizens around the world, there are millions and millions of people like this. And the fact that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies can really be introduced and allow people, if you have a smartphone, you don't even have to have a smartphone, right? You can just have literally a hardware ledger. You can literally have a piece of code in your hand, and that code can store your Bitcoin or your Ethereum or your Dogecoin or Litecoin, whatever cryptocurrency you want to hold. Obviously, it has that wallet has to match with that specific cryptocurrency. But focusing on Bitcoin, guys, this is amazing. That's what you want to see in this space, guys. These countries like Iran, Paraguay, Tanzania, these are countries that are looking to adopt Bitcoin. And it's not just about taxes, it's not just about regulations, guys. It's about a new movement. Actually, I saw this Reddit comment here. I just want to talk it out loud here briefly with you guys. Says the guy says, now El Salvador will be able to buy the oil direct from Iran without using USA control system or USD. The USA cannot stop Bitcoin transaction from happening. Right? So guys, food for thought, right? There's a reason why these countries are moving away from any legacy system, fiat currency, and they want to venture into Bitcoin because they know that it is not controlled by a nation, it is not controlled by an entity, it is not controlled by an organization, as opposed to fiat currencies such as the US dollar, which is obviously controlled by the US government, the Federal Reserve in US, or the Canadian dollar, right? Or whether that's the euros or whether that's the rupees in Pakistan or in Iran, India. All those fiat currencies, they're controlled by centralized governments, centralized entities. We talked about the idea of decentralization and centralization in this channel, guys. So I highly recommend you guys to watch our video when it comes to Bitcoin, when it comes to cryptocurrencies. And this is what we want to see in this space, guys. And I just want to leave off a positive note here, maybe on an ending note, is that, guys, don't forget the big picture, right? And I know a lot of people that are very Bitcoin maximalist, they're not big fan of like the word cryptocurrencies, and they don't want to hear anything other than Bitcoin because the mission is so big that you really have to focus on Bitcoin. Guys, don't forget there are many players in this space. There are many players in our world. There are many entities, and to go from one cryptocurrency project against another crypto project, I think that's missing out the point. There are many legacy systems out there. There are many entities and many organizations that want every single crypto project to fail. So just don't forget who the real I don't want to use this word because it's very negative, but I really want to use it, who the real enemies are, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. Just think about this, right? If you're going from one crypto project and you're really hating on another crypto project, like what's the purpose of doing that, right? These are like maybe ingrained in your, I mean, I'm going philosophical here, but the idea of being like insecure about your crypto project, just think about the bigger picture, guys. One crypto project that should not go against another. It's not Bitcoin versus Ethereum. Ethereum shouldn't be flipping Bitcoin. That's just legacy media pushing this narrative. There's people that want to see these cryptocurrencies fail, this project fail, these projects fail. So keep that in mind, guys. I just want to end on that note. So great news for the Bitcoin community, great news for the cryptocurrencies communities. This is what we want to see in this space. We want to see nations enter to this. El Salvador was officially the first nation to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender, and we expect other countries will do it, whether that's Paraguay, Iran, Tanzania, Argentina, Brazil, other countries around the world. We will see them enter slowly but surely, and we will make sure we cover this in this channel. So thank you very much for watching. Have an awesome Saturday and an awesome weekend. Thank you very much.